Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to No Limits Living, where every week you get tons of tips, tricks, information, and inspiration for getting a body and a life you want, a life you love, a life without limits with Liz Bull. And no, Liz is not shape-shifting. She just had an unexpected conflict today, and she asked me to fill in for her. So don't be sad. She will be back with you next week. Now, I'm actually the one who introduced Liz to the Win-Win Women shows. So you get to thank me for her show and the fact that she is blessing you with her amazing episodes every single week. That's why Liz asked me to fill in for her today, I guess. So let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Regina Huber. I'm the founder and CEO of Transform Your Performance with the same website, transformyourperformance.com. And today I'm tuning in from Miami Beach, Florida. I'm an adventurous nomad with a business based in New York City, and I'm passionate about traveling and dance. My eclectic life and experience, all the adventures that I have lived on 5 continents, have shaped me into a multicultural transformational leadership coach, inspirational speaker, and author of the book Speak Up, Stand Out, and Shine, which you can find on Amazon. I've also co-authored 3 other books and written a ton of articles on leadership, self-leadership, on new consciousness and new business consciousness and other exciting topics for magazines in the US and in Africa. And also, of course, for my LinkedIn newsletter. It is my absolute honor and my mission to inspire you today to shine your brightest light in this world, so you can be the best and most powerful version of yourself and live a happy and fulfilled life, because you deserve it and you're worthy of it, and the rest of us need you with your unique brilliance and genius. Your role is important for all of us. Always remember this. And you may want to take notes, so I suggest you have some paper and pen nearby if you'd like to do that. Let's dive right in. Just like Liz, I also studied an extensive number of holistic modalities. Some are the same as she studied and some are different. And this allowed me, just like her, to understand energy and to gain a better grasp of our mind, and specifically of our subconscious mind. I also studied dance more like a hobby than professionally, because I didn't really grow up with dance, and it also has taught me a ton of stories. A ton of lessons about leadership, about energy, about our mind, about courage, about confidence, all the good stuff we need. So both energy and the subconscious have, of course, an essential role in No Limits Living. As you know from Liz, energy is difficult to define. We talk about our energy as if it were something separate from our body and separate from our mind and from us. But in reality, we are energy. We are spirit and energy, of course. And this is why energy flows into everything we think or do. Energy fuels our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, our words, our voice, our actions, our body language, our intentions. The list goes on. Everything in and about us, really. And our energy impacts the world around us. You know that. Even our thoughts impact other people and other things. Just think of Dr. Masaru Emoto's water experiment. I'm sure you've seen this before. And other people have written about it too, of course, and done their own experiments. I have frozen water. And for example, once I froze water that I put under a Russian pyramid for a while, and it behaved completely different than my test water that I put next to it in the freezer. The pyramid one actually formed into a shape of pyramid, a tiny little bit, and the crystals in it look completely different. It even burst the glass that I had, the jar that I had put it into. Although the other jar, and both jars were open, no lid on them, they were placed in exactly the same spot in the freezer. So water is an amazing thing to experiment with. Now, we talked about energy, right? And we're going to talk about other parts of alignment a little bit later, because today what I want to mostly talk about is alignment. Energy is the first thing that speaks, so to speak, when we interact with others. And you may have heard that you have 7 seconds to make a first impression, when in reality, it's actually only 0.07 seconds. Because it takes our brains 0.07 seconds to figure out whether we can trust someone. This is our survival mechanism, and that's why it has to happen super fast. And so I like to say, energy speaks faster than your words. And it also speaks louder than your words most of the time. Words are important. Words have power, for sure. Words can even be like spells, but our energy is what is transmitted first, and it also comes through our words. Now, I said before that energy flows into everything you do. Your thoughts, words, emotions, actions, intentions, etc. So we could say thoughts, emotions, actions, words, they all carry an energetic vibration, a vibrational frequency. Or we could take it a step further and say all these things, thoughts, emotions, actions, etc., are an expression of energy. We are energy. We are dense energy, as in our body, and not so dense energy as in our spirit, our mind, all the invisible things we are. Although, and having said that, it is also true that our body is an expression of our subconscious. You probably know that if you have listened to Liz for a while, and also to other people, of course. I know you are interested in this topic if you showed up here today. As Liz likes to say, when you become aware of energy and work with energy in your body, mind, and spirit, your whole life transforms. It makes no limits living possible. I'm reading this quote here from her. Miracles happen. So again, when you become aware of energy and work with energy in your body, mind, and spirit, your whole life transforms. It makes no limits living possible. Miracles happen. You may remember this from other shows, right? When she said this. So why or when do these miracles happen? They happen because and when alignment happens. What does that mean? It means miracles are the natural consequence or result of alignment. They are nothing really that mysterious. They're not some inexplicable mystery. They can absolutely be explained logically or scientifically, if you will. Now, I'm not saying everything has to be logical or linear, not at all. We are much more complex than that. Just as a side, right? Of course, we can also achieve alignment with our mind and heart. But again, it all boils down to energy in the end. Now, let's talk about mental alignment for a moment. Mental alignment is about thinking thoughts that serve us, about clearing out and releasing limiting beliefs, about changing and strengthening our subconscious programming in a way that it serves us better, right? Rewiring our brain. But again, thoughts and beliefs are also energy in the end. And then we have our heart. I have done at least one Win-Win Women show on Heartset in the past, because I used to do my own shows here. I've paused them for now due to other priorities, but yes, you will find that show also on my YouTube channel still. And you can actually find an entire playlist on how to harness the power and the treasures of your heart on my YouTube channel at Regina Huber, if you're interested in this topic. So definitely feel free to check that out and subscribe. It's important that we don't dismiss our heart with all this talk about mindset. Super, super important. If we forget about our heart, if we don't combine our heart set with our mindset, then we miss out on at least 50% of our intelligence. I'm saying intelligence, but actually I should be more specific, because what we are talking about is your unique wisdom. The wisdom that's key for your most important life decisions, your most important career and business decisions. That's what's in your heart. No one else can make those decisions for you, and no one outside of you has the answer for them. So we always, we oftentimes ask other people, what would you do? But nobody has the answer, because you're walking on a very unique path. And this path is only for you, it's not for nobody else, right? Also, your mind doesn't have any answers. It only has questions. It analyzes, it processes data on knowledge, for sure, yes. And it's important to do due diligence sometimes. But oftentimes, even what we consider facts, so-called facts, aren't even facts, after all. And your mind certainly doesn't give you the answers. The answers are in your heart or in your gut, depending on how you function and who you are designed to be, how you are designed to make decisions. Many of us do make the best decisions with our hearts, because your heart holds your truth and no one else's truth but yours. If I say we make decisions in different ways depending on who we are designed to be, what I'm referring to is human design. So this has to do with our human design. Human design is a very powerful modality that tells us a humongous amount about who we are and what strategy to follow to be most successful, to how to make decisions, etc. I'm currently studying to get certified in human design, and I'm already actually certified in one part of it. So if you'd like to have a session, you can get that at a very special rate right now. Just let me know, because I want to practice and you get your part out of it as well. So it's a win-win, and that's what we're always here for, win-win. Now let's talk about action, the role of action in creation or manifestation, inspired action. Because you can take action all day long, you can take action 24 hours a day without sleeping ever, never resting, and stressing yourself out, and still never get where you want to be. Because it's not about taking just any action. Your action must be inspired action to become effective action, and the way you want it to be effective. Yes, inspired by your unique brilliance, by a self-empowering mindset and heart set, by your presence. I call this body and energy conscious presence, because your body and energy are an important part of it. And that's why all these elements that I just mentioned are covered in my Powerful Leadership Transformation Framework, or PLT. So Powerful Leadership Transformation is one of my signature frameworks, and I use that for my transformational leadership coaching with my clients and for my trainings. So what is alignment? We can achieve alignment through our mind, our body, our energy. Alignment through the body can be achieved by choosing a posture that feels powerful to you. For example, sitting upright feels more powerful than slouching, right? You've probably experienced that yourself. And standing with your feet hip width apart when, for example, as a speaker, feels more empowering than crossing your legs while standing. It doesn't really transmit confidence when you're standing with your legs or with your feet crossed. Also, deep breathing can help with physical alignment. It triggers a physiological reaction that calms your nerves and brings you into your body and into the present moment, makes you feel more present in your body and in the moment. Feeding your body healthy foods helps physical alignment. Okay, there's certainly many more things here, and you probably also remember Amy Cuddy's power posing, which is another way, right? But let's leave it at that for body alignment for right now, because, you know, in the end, everything in alignment is connected anyway. So let's move on to talk about mind or mental alignment. Mental alignment is about your thoughts and your thought patterns. What are you focusing most on most of the time? Are you thinking your thoughts consciously with awareness, or are your thoughts thinking you? Are they even your thoughts? If they aren't, sometimes what your thoughts do is, or other people's thoughts rather do, is they can throw you off your preferred path. Now, it's really hard to control your thoughts. It requires a lot of discipline, and often we achieve the opposite when we try to do it, because we try to not think about something and that makes us think about it more, right? And that's why it's oftentimes more effective to choose a good feeling or a thought or of a situation that's feeling good or that felt good in the past or could feel good if you experienced this situation right now. Emotional alignment. Emotional alignment comes from your thoughts, of course, too. The feelings and emotions your thoughts trigger. The feelings your thoughts generate within you. We often hear your thoughts create your reality, but that's not exactly true. It's the feelings or emotions that are attached to your thoughts that create your reality. What we call negative feelings are indicators that something is off, that something is off balance and needs to be brought back into alignment, meaning the vibrational match with what we want needs to be re-established. If we feel bad, it's hard to attract something good. You know that. It's the law of attraction, which is very closely intertwined with the law of vibration. That's why it's so important to add corresponding vibrations, corresponding vibrational emotions to your visualizations of what you want to create or to co-create, I should say, with the universe, source, God, spirit, whatever your word is here. Authenticity can produce a very strong vibrational frequency, by the way. It makes you feel good when you're authentic, when you allow yourself to be authentic, and when you're standing in your true self, when you feel that empowerment to show your true self. So whatever you create in your life, professionally or personally, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you want to create, it's key to be authentic. Authenticity trumps everything. There's nothing or little that will favor your success more, Authenticity is a way to up your game. Alignment with your heart. Let's talk about that now. This is about learning to listen to your heart and hear what it wants to communicate to you. Your heart always has a message for you. It's always there for you. Dropping into your heart space and allowing your heart to speak to you is really important, so you can actually hear it. Receiving the message. Again, there are some videos on my YouTube channel at Regina Huber where I talk about how to do that more, and I invite you to check those out. And also, if you feel inspired, subscribe to it to receive more of those videos. When your heart leads your mind, when there's coherence of heart and mind, that's when the magic happens. That's what I have found. And I have found personally that I have made the best decisions with my heart. And the worst ones when I ignored that message, which sometimes was a warning that I didn't want to hear. Back to energetic alignment. Okay, for energetic alignment, I want to do an exercise with you right now here, because experimenting with energy probably explains it best. And this is a technique that allows you to deeply feel your inner power, your inner power energy. And this can be super helpful when you are facing a challenging situation, like a tough conversation, or like a speaking engagement, a presentation, a meeting, a negotiation. And especially also presentations you have to hold in front of new audiences that you're not familiar with yet, right? But I actually really do this every single time I speak, whether it's on a phone call or on a show like today. Because once you have practiced this a few times, you can do it super fast in a matter of just a few seconds or maybe a minute. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to tap into our inner power. Yes, because that then increases our confidence and enhances our presence at the same time, the way others perceive us. So if you're ready for that, I would love to guide you through this exercise so you can then take it with you and do it whenever you need it or whenever you just feel like doing it, right? So let's do this. Please play along with me with an open mind and just observe what happens. First of all, I'd like us all to sit in a comfortable position. Uncross your legs, place your feet firmly on the floor to get that grounding experience and that support from the earth. And now first, actually, let's start out a little bit by slouching on our chairs so we can notice what that feels. And let me guess, it probably feels more contracted, small, definitely not powerful, right? And now close your eyes or find a gazing spot somewhere in front of you and move into a more upright position. With a relatively straight upper body, but still comfortable and relaxed. Then relax your shoulders and notice what this feels like. Notice the difference to the slouching position we started in. Do you now feel more expansive? Taller? More important, maybe. Now take a couple of deep belly breaths. Inhale and exhale, and again, all the way down to your belly. Inhale and exhale. This deep breathing also helps you increase your mental focus. It oxygenates your brain, and that's how we can focus better. Now, imagine bringing up nurturing earth energy through the soles of your feet, all the way up through your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, all the way up through your legs into the base of your spine and into your entire body. And as you do this, pause for a moment at the base of your spine to feel supported. Ground yourself. And now bring this energy up to your solar plexus area. And breathe deeply into this area. Allow your diaphragm to support you while breathing. Breathe. The solar plexus is where it's easiest for most of us to feel our confidence and our inner power, to really access that personal power we have inside of us. It's where it resides. Maybe place a hand or two on this area. And as you breathe into this area and focus on this power, it will expand. Because as you know, what you focus on expands. Now move this power energy up to your heart. Maybe pause here for a moment as well and make a conscious decision to open your heart and connect with your audience, with your conversation partner, whoever you need to connect with at any given moment. If you'd like, place a hand on your heart and the other one on your solar plexus. Totally up to you, whatever feels good. And now bring this inner power energy all the way up through your throat, into your head, and out through the top of your head. And picture this power energy coming out through the top of your head and just surrounding you like a huge energy bubble, as far as your arms can reach, all the way to the floor and in all directions, and the front and the back. On top. You're containing this energy around you rather than dispersing it out. It's very important. So observe what this feels like. Maybe feel more expansive, more relaxed, or more energized. Maybe all of the above, or maybe you feel more visible, more confident, more present. So what did you observe? So you may open your eyes now if they were closed. What did you observe? Any difference in how you feel? What changed? Make a written or mental note of it. By the way, we also increased your mental focus, as I said earlier, because of the deep belly breaths at the beginning of this exercise, which also calms your nervous system. And as you know, probably this is a physiological fact. It's not just something that we have made up, right? Deep breathing calms us down and it oxygenates the brain for greater mental focus. There are more of these exercises in my book, Speak Up, Stand Out, and Shine. You can grab it on Amazon if you feel inspired. And once you are aligned, once your mind, body, heart, and energy are aligned, your action becomes more aligned. It becomes more inspired and therefore more effective for what you want to achieve, your vision, your goals, the purpose you want to live, whatever it is for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode and this technique. And I'll definitely add it to your repertoire of alignment treasures if you'd like. Again, you can find me on my website, transformyourperformance.com. Also check out my LinkedIn newsletter, Career Growth Strategies. It's not only for people who are employed, it has a lot of inspiration that really applies to all of us. And of course, my YouTube channel at Regina Huber. Subscribe to both if you feel inspired. And definitely feel free to reach out to me anytime. Just email me at regina@transformyourperformance.com if you'd like to find out more about those special human design sessions or about anything else that I can be of service with to you. Any questions you may have, I'm always here for you and I've got your back.